Obinna was the most renowned palm wine tapper in the village of Umadem. People came from far and near to drink his brew. Even the elders, who had tasted the finest wines of the East, swore that Obinna's palm wine had the taste of paradise. But what they didn't know was that Obinna had a secret. Every morning, while others tapped their trees along the village path, Obinna disappeared into the thick forest behind his late father's compound. It was a forest no one dared to enter, an ancient place known as the Evil Forest, where spirits were said to dance at night and whisper to those who strayed too close. At first, Obinna had followed a squirrel into the forest and stumbled upon an untouched palm tree grove, glistening in morning dew. The trees were massive, the sap thick and sweet. He couldn't resist. He tapped one, then another. By the next morning, the calabash was overflowing with the most fragrant palm wine he'd ever seen. He knew he should never have gone back, but greed is a loud whisper. He returned the next day, and the next. Soon, he stopped tapping the village trees entirely. All his wine now came from the forbidden grove. Obinna began to grow rich. His wine was sold to royal courts. Visitors gifted him goats, wrappers, and bags of cowries. He built a large hut with shiny zinc roofing. His laughter was loud, his footsteps proud. But his uncle, Ens, an old herbalist who once lived near the edge of the forest, warned him. "Obinna," Ens said one evening, chewing bitter kola, "the spirits of the dead forest don't give gifts for free." Obinna laughed and slapped his chest. "Uncle, forget old wives' tales. This is the season of harvest." But then the whispers began. At first, they came at night. Gentle murmurs around his compound, like leaves brushing each other in secret. Then came the footprints, small and muddy, leading from his hut to the forest and back. Obinna's calabashes began to break. His dog barked at nothing and refused to enter the house. Children in the village began to cry whenever he passed by. Things worsened when his wine started to turn black. Thick, sticky, and bitter. His customers vanished. People whispered that he was cursed. One night, Obinna woke to find his late father sitting at the edge of his bed, eyes hollow, mouth unmoving. The lantern flickered. "Stop," the ghost said. "Before they take your name." Obinna screamed and ran to his uncle's house. Who had been waiting, simply nodded. "You have drunk from the cup of the dead. They want payment." "What do I do?" Obinna cried, trembling like an egusi leaf in the wind. "You must return to the grove and beg them," N said. "But go alone. And take nothing but a gourd of white palm wine, kola nut, and your apologies." Obinna went at dawn, heart pounding. The grove was quiet, too quiet. He stepped into the clearing and knelt. "I was greedy. I am sorry. Take the wine, take the kola, but please leave my soul." The wind howled. The trees bent and cracked. A shadowy figure rose from the base of a tree. It had no face, only the carved mask of a masquerade. "You may leave," the voice echoed. "But never return. And you must share what you have learned." Obinna ran. He didn't stop until he reached the village square. That day, he gathered everyone and told his story. He gave away all his remaining wine and tore down the zinc roofing of his house to build a shrine for the spirits he had offended. Slowly, his life returned to normal. He began tapping again, this time, from the regular trees, laughing with the other tappers. His wine was not as magical, but it was real. It was honest. And when people asked him why he gave up his secret, he simply smiled and said, "Sweetness from the dead only brings bitterness to the living." The villagers still tell Obinna's story today, especially when a young man grows too proud of his fortune. For in Umadem, the forest still stands, quiet, waiting, watching. Thank you for watching. Follow us for more amazing stories at Storyteller.